in the City of Industry. Hi, Mario.
Hi, Roxy, Sandra. I just got an update from election officials here, and they tell me so far just over 1 million ballots have been counted across L.A. County, and that work continues. Right now, hundreds of workers here on the floor, and we can tell you this massive facility built to handle elections for more than 5 million registered voters, and these workers are verifying voter information and processing ballots before they're officially counted. Now, let's show you how those ballots got here. Overnight, sheriff's deputies working to transport ballots from across the county, vans arriving throughout the night delivering ballots that include votes for L.A. mayor, California governor, and local races and measures across the county. Now, sheriff's helicopters also used to help transport ballots here to the City of Industry, helping election officials really quickly move thousands of votes from regional collection locations right here to the main processing hub so they can be taken in as quickly as possible. Once inside, ballots are tracked, verified, and prepared for counting as the election process continues. And some ballots require additional review. That includes provisional ballots, damaged ballots, and write-in votes. Another reason why this process takes so much time. California accepts mail ballots postmarked by Election Day, and that can arrive up to 7 days later. That means new ballots can keep arriving even after election night, and they continue to arrive here this morning. We've seen those vans continue to pull up. Coming back out here to our live shot, L.A. County has up to 30 days to complete its official canvass. Again, a process that includes verifying ballots, reviewing provisional votes, and conducting required audits before results are officially certified. And election officials this morning, they expect the count to continue for days, even weeks in some cases, and will, of course, be tracking all the results as they continue to come in. For now, that's the latest here in the City of Industry. I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you, Sandra and Roxia.
All right. Sounds good, Mario. Thank you so much. We're going to check in now with Maria on the roads out there. How's it looking so far?
Well, we have some patchy fog out there, so that's kind of reducing visibility a little bit. May have contributed to an accident. I'll show you in just a few moments. Good Day LA Traffic is brought to you by DTLA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. We're going to zoom in here to the 215. This is where we had that big collision on the northbound 215 at Eucalyptus Avenue. There's quite a bit of a backup as a result of that. As we take a look at one of our live traffic cameras here of that 215 southbound at Eucalyptus. This is just at the off-ramp. You can see that still remnants of that collision is still there. One lane is still blocked, but at least it is now moving on both sides. Here's the drive times coming in and out of downtown LA. It is slow right now, especially on that West 10 going towards Santa Monica between the 5 to the 405. It's almost an hour there with speed down to just 13 miles an hour. Northbound 110 between the 405 to the 10, 33 minutes. Similar conditions on the West 60 between the 57 to the 5. Here's a look at some of the other traffic hotspots.
This broadcast is locally sponsored by DTLA Law Group, Auto Accident and Injury Attorneys. Have an injury? Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit us online at calldowntown.com. Message and data rates and usage may apply.
9:13, welcome back. Developing news this morning, a long standoff and hostage ordeal in Bakersfield ends with a bank robbery suspect being fatally shot by federal agents. It all started in a Chase Bank building near the City Hall yesterday afternoon. The suspect claimed he had bombs strapped to his body. Police say negotiations led to 2 of the hostages being released, and the rest were held overnight. After FBI agents killed the suspect about 4:30 this morning, the remaining hostages were located unharmed.
And a big black bear paid a visit to several Encino neighborhoods overnight. The bear was spotted going through the trash bins around Sepulveda Boulevard. The police were called, but there were no reports of any close encounters between the bear and people. The bear eventually found its way back into the wild.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi, good morning.
Pretty in pink.
Thank you. On Wednesdays, we wear pink. Name that movie.
Mean Girls.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I know, it was on the tip of your tongue.
Arancia always beats me to
I did get a message. I did get a message from a viewer who says every day she likes playing along with our quizzes, and she shouts the answers to the TV.
Oh, good.
She must get very frustrated.
I have another World Cup quiz for you, just so you know.
VAR, baby. VAR. Let's go. Entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. Game on. According to Variety, here's a quiz for you. According to Variety, nearly 70% of Americans play each week. Before I get to the answer, and don't look, what do you think the average age of a video game player, a video game connoisseur is? The average age?
13.
13?
Mm-hmm.
23.
23. Florin, I heard you say no. Do you think it's higher or lower?
30, he said.
Florin is close. Florin is closer.
Is it 27?
Oh, you're getting closer.
Wow.
I'll get to that. But first, I want to tell you. I know you want the answer now.
Yes, we do.
For at least an hour a week, 70% of Americans play video games. 2/3 of Americans play an hour or more of video games per week. That's according to a new report published by the Entertainment Software Association, aka ESA. 212.3 million people in the U.S. between the ages of 5 and 90 play video games every week, and this is up 3% from last year's report. And the average age of players has risen to 37 years old.
Whoa!
37 is the average age of the everyday video game connoisseur.
I don't know how I feel about that.
How do you feel about it?
I don't know. I just feel like at 37, you should be doing other things. Right? Like, when do you have time? Tell me.
It's definitely a therapy for some people. You know, a lot of people.
I guess that's the, okay.
But which games? What's the most
what's funny?
popular?
It's like people's like, I just want to relax, okay? I just want to calm my mind. And then you go and it's
the
like
opposite of relaxing. Yeah.
You know, I don't do the headset thing. I'm just imitating. If you do the headset thing, I'm sorry if I did you wrong. But the talking to other people, my little brother plays video games. Yeah. Sometimes my husband partakes. Not much these days.
They talk to each other.
But he sometimes likes to cool off or whatever and play a video game. They're getting a lot more graphic. There's like zombies' heads getting blown off.
More realistic looking, right? Yeah. More reality based. And so average age 37, mostly men, or what?
It didn't say the gender, but I would assume. I'm gonna assume it's men.
We're gonna be right on that answer.
Intelligent assumption.
But then my husband also doesn't really scroll social media that much, so maybe that's his way of doing it. But
I don't know.
I like a Mario Kart. I like a Wheel of Fortune.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighters. Oh, you can. Who was your character?
Right, my favorite. The girl. The girl.
Chun-Li.
Yeah. Love it. That one.
Chun-Li with the buns.
I will always love when it's like, choose your character. We have fun on this show, and we're gonna have fun talking about this. Singer Dua Lipa, 1, new rules. 1, pick up the phone. 2.
But I know the song.
2, she's married. Now there's 2 of them, okay? Her and Callum Turner have tied the knot in London. I've got new rules. They kept it low-key with close friends and family in attendance. The couple were seen hand in hand walking down the front steps of the building. I love this, with family on both sides tossing confetti, and they both wore suits. I
wish we had the picture. It's a beautiful white suit, and I love her hat.
Beautiful. And
so elegant.
I am always a fan of that. Sandra, I'm going to say this, and I know you're going to smile. When I won Homecoming Queen, I was wearing pants.
Really?
I was.
No, the picture says otherwise.
No,
No,
the
that's
picture.
the
It was
dance.
a strapless top that cut open here, and I had black flare pants.
Okay, we need a full body picture,
with diamonds
please.
on the side of the pants.
Your next assignment.
Yeah. So I got to get the full body
Okay.
shot. They got engaged last year. They met at a hotel. They were both reading the same book.
At the same time?
Well, I mean,
Like they're sitting in the
he was
lobby
saying-
and they look, it's like a movie scene.
I think the meet cute was like, hey, I'm reading that as well.
Sure he was.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
What?
a rom-com.
What books are hot chicks reading right now? Boom. Oh, okay.
ChatGPT, tell me what this book's about. Right.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Well, they're already planning a second wedding. This one's going to be a more lavish celebration, and it's going to be in Italy.
Where she'll probably wear a dress.
I'm assuming she'll probably wear a gown for that one. Yeah. And then the casual one, she wore the suit, which was so chic. Okay, last hour we asked you this, and this had our viewers popping off in the poll. What is your relationship status? 53% of you watching today are married. I love that the second place is single, but I am all about that 10% who's saying it's complicated.
Tell us more.
Tell us more.
Actually, this is really fascinating to me because then we know the types of stories people are interested in.
It's useful for sure. Rob in Glendora says divorce after 22 years wasn't an easy process, and I hope she's happy. Oh, okay. Anaya in Compton, I've been dating my current boyfriend for 2 years. We're both happy. All right, Anaya, love it. Happily married. He was smart and put a ring on it 16 years ago. Wink, wink. Nice. Happy 16. Ron in Harbor City says looking for a sugar mama that golfs. Sandra, you know anybody?
I do not.
Okay.
Sorry, Ron.
All right, Aiko in Moreno Valley says, I've been with my fiance for over 20 years. Not gonna ever marry, just stay attached. That's very Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn.
Okay.
Kurt Russell. And Laura in LA says, happily married for almost 5 years now with 2 boys. Shout out to my hubby Raymond. Love you, babe. Go to foxla.com/vote and let us know what your situation is, whether you're married, whether you're dating, whether he put a ring on it and you're planning a wedding. What's another one? Bob wanted me to ask. Bob wanted me to ask. This is Bob. Wanted me to ask.
Oh, boy.
Is anyone in open?
An open relationship?
Yes.
Like a swinger?
I love that you say it like an open relationship.
Polyamorous? Is that what it's called?
Polyamorous, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mark knows. Mark, what did you say?
Wait,
That was it, yeah.
would swingers be its own category? Yes, probably.
Yeah.
I think so.
That's
You
like
can
more
be
of a
married.
lifestyle.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Not that I would
So
know.
many people talking to me in my head right now.
I think we'll just take a break.
Yeah.
And define the terms. I think. Remember
Which
those
one? Swingers?
welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. Good day, LA weather is brought to you by Pechanga Resort Casinos. A live look outside right now. This is our camera up on our rooftop looking out towards the Wilshire area there. We've got some clouds and we're definitely picking up that June gloom on our satellite radar pictures. The wind, you can see by the arrows, we've got a little coastal eddy that has developed just offshore, helping to kind of reinforce that onshore flow and that marine layer. But here towards the inland areas, there's just a light northerly flow, and that will help to clear out the clouds inland first, and then eventually along the coast later this afternoon. A little breezy condition here up in Sandburg, so if you're planning to drive up the 5 freeway, you will encounter some of those breezy conditions. No wind advisories, however, or wind alerts in place. We've got an area of high pressure just offshore. It's far enough to where we do have that deeper marine layer coming in. The good news is if you have been wanting some warmer temperatures, you're going to get it today and tomorrow. And then it will cool down a little bit more as we get into the weekend. So very subtle changes in the position of this ridge of high pressure will mean some subtle changes in our temperatures up and down just a little bit as we get into the next several days and even into next week. It will stay dry, though. We're not anticipating any storms to move in to bring us any measurable rain. All of that in the storm track staying to our north. We are going to look at high temperatures today in the 90s in Fresno, close to triple digits, actually 97 there, as well as Bakersfield, 94 in Sacramento, 72 in Inglewood. Not bad with that sea breeze, keeping it nice and comfortable. Hotter, though, as you head into the Coachella Valley. Indio, 108 expected today. Las Vegas, a little bit hotter, 104. Here's your day planner for Thousand Oaks. We've got some clouds there, and then it'll try to clear out a little bit this afternoon. The sun will try to break through the cloud cover around 77, some partly cloudy skies. Anaheim, we've got some mostly cloudy skies now, but look at how it clears out to the upper 70s later this afternoon, and of course Palm Springs. There's that 105 at 4 p.m. today. Stay with us. We're going to be right back after this quick break.
morning and welcome everybody. Hey guys, it was a long night.
Yes.
Early start.
It's been a long day too.
It's been a long week.
Yeah.
Almost burned the place down on accident.
Oh, there's that.
That was
Right.
The toaster oven did, not
The
you.
smoky hallways in shame. You're right. Thank
The
you,
toaster
Sandra.
oven. It's an old one.
Why did you take responsibility? Did people see
Because
you?
I was standing
was
there in
there.
the middle of the smoke with the bagel
She
in
was
my
holding
hand.
the evidence.
Okay. I would have just run the other way.
It wasn't me. I swear, I don't know where this thing came from.
People are tuning in now, but just what was it, about a half an hour ago?
No, an hour ago.
Maybe an hour
The
ago.
fire alarm went off.
I was in the middle of doing a weathercast, and then the lights were going on. There was a fire alarm going on, and obviously we
Come
are
to find out.
we're okay.
Brooke was just trying to
was
toast a
Brooke.
bagel.
I was just trying to have a little snack.
She was not trying to burn the
Been a
building
busy
down.
post-election day.
That's right.
And I made it busier.
Yeah. Anyway, keeping us on our toes.
Yeah, let's talk about our weather because everybody, of course, outside yesterday, well, not everybody, but a lot of people actually went physically to go and vote, right? Instead of just doing it by mail. So the weather was not an excuse for anyone not to go out and vote or drop off their ballot. Looking forward now as we get past the voting day yesterday, we've got 18 days until Father's Day, which coincides with the summer solstice. This is when we will officially welcome the summer season here in the Northern Hemisphere on June 21st. Summerween coming up in 19 days, and then we get to celebrate our birthday here, the U.S., America, on July 4th in 31 days. We have the clouds outside, very pleasant June weather will continue. Sure, we've got a little bit of June gloom in the morning, but then we'll get some June sunshine in the afternoon. We're actually going to warm up the temperatures a little bit today into tomorrow and Friday before it cools down slightly, just in time for the upcoming weekend. But currently it is nice. 63, partly sunny skies now near downtown LA. That wind on the lighter side coming out of the southwest, so an onshore flow at about 5 miles per hour. 80, that's what we can expect for downtown LA today, which is warmer than yesterday and about 5 degrees above the average. Sunset time at 8:01 later this evening. These are the highs. We've got triple digits up in Victorville, 100. 90s in Santa Clarita, Woodland Hills, 91. 69, though, in Santa Monica with that sea breeze. 77 in Long Beach, 90 in Riverside to 105 in Palm Springs. All right, this is my weather for now. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. Results from the California primary still coming in, of course, on several high-profile races today. So here's a look at the LA mayoral race where council member Nithya Raman and Spencer Pratt are trying to unseat incumbent Karen Bass. You see the numbers right there, 35% for Bass. Pratt standing at 30% and Nithya Raman 22%. Adam Miller coming in at 4%.
Here's a look where the governor's race stands so far. You have Steve Hilton in the lead, 27.8%, followed closely behind Xavier Becerra, 25.4%. And the race for LA County Sheriff, several contenders, including many from within the department, they are trying to unseat the incumbent, Robert Luna, who is in the lead currently, 44%. Former LA Sheriff Alex Villanueva is at 24%. In fact, he's here in the building, and he'll be joining us in the studio in about 15 minutes or so, and we'll talk to him about what's ahead for him.
All right, and Brooke is here to tell us all about the other races that people voted on.
A little bit more going on, right?
lot.
If you look
A
at
lot more,
how
yes.
thick your ballot was, right? How many pages? Yeah, so let's talk about some of the other races of importance locally. Let's talk about the most contentious, one of the most, I should say, city attorney. The incumbent is Heidi Feldstein Soto. Right now, she's sitting in third place behind challengers Marissa Roy and John McKinney. Now, this job, of course, this is the city's top lawyer. They defend the city in lawsuits, advise the city council, so much more, help write ordinances, policy. Roy is a progressive, currently a deputy attorney general at the California DOJ. McKinney is currently a Los Angeles County deputy district attorney. This was a well-funded race, and like I said, very contentious. The LA Police Department's largest union, they actually backed McKinney last month, snatching back their previous endorsement of Feldstein Soto. The union blamed her for what they called a mishandled leak of confidential police files. Marissa Roy says she would transform the city's attorney's office into the, quote, largest public interest law firm in the city. She vowed to focus on tenants' rights and other issues that matter to working class Angelenos. The top 2 candidates from this race will go on to a runoff in November. That will not be the case, though, for another big race, city controller. Take a look here. Currently, the incumbent Kenneth Mejia is beating challenger Zach Sokoloff 58% to 41%. This is essentially the city's financial watchdog. There are only 2 candidates you see vying for the position, so whoever wins once all votes are counted is set. Now, there was also a bit of mudslinging here in this race, too. I'm sure you've seen some of the attack ads. A lot of money went into this race, which is not the norm for the LA City Controller race. The LA Times actually has reported this turned into the 2nd highest spending race in the city. Now, we are also watching multiple important city council races. Let's go to South LA's District 9, where Councilmember Current Price is termed out. When it's all said and done, voters will elect a Latino in a district that has continuously been represented by a black city council member since the 1960s. It actually remained that way long after the demographics of the area changed. The district itself right now is majority Latino. District 1, where everyone is watching who will lead them through issues surrounding MacArthur Park and the homelessness and addiction issues there. Taking a look here at the results so far. Eunices Hernandez, the incumbent, sitting at 52%, a pretty comfortable lead so far, next to Maria Calanche, or Lou, at 17%. The issues there, as I was saying, MacArthur Park, the issues surrounding homelessness and addiction there. You might remember 4 years ago when Eunices Hernandez was then a community activist. She beat longtime council member Gil Cedillo. That drew a lot of attention to this district. She is now fighting to keep her seat, and again, it looks comfortable. District 11 has gotten a lot of attention. That's where homelessness has also taken center stage. Take a look there. Tracy Park sitting comfortably at 65%. The incumbent against challenger Faiza Malik. Housing and development, big issues in District 11. Tracy Park wants a 2nd term. It looks like she's going to get it. This district covers a massive part of the west side, including Venice, Mar Vista, Pacific Palisades, and Brentwood. District 3, 5, 13, and 15 were also on the ballot. Can we go back to District 9? I just want to talk a little bit about those results. I kind of flew through them a second there. But it's interesting because the winner so far in that, he himself has worked over the years for Current Price, often as a deputy chief of staff. So it's interesting. The LA Times had a little fun with just how long Current Price has been in office. They were like, think back here. Jose Ugarte sitting at 41%. Second place is Estuardo Mazariegos at 22%. The last time District 9 was represented by someone who was not named Current Price, okay? Barack Obama was president. Antonio Villaraigosa was entering his final term as mayor. Isn't that's fascinating? It's been a long time. A long time. This district is really important, covers LA Live, USC, obviously South LA, a 42% poverty rate, I believe. It's a fascinating, changing district that gets a lot of attention for many different reasons. Again, we're also watching District 1, District 11, and all of the other races as well. All
around the city, though, that if you look closely, the demographics are changing. So it's reflected, obviously, with some of these results. Yeah, I think it's fascinating. Even just some of the challengers, every person, and I think 6 people were vying for that position in District 9. They were all Latino in an overwhelmingly Latino neighborhood area, district, I should say.
Yeah, we'll see some changes here for sure, and that's what term limits does, right? It brings out all the people who are interested in that spot.
All the money.
Yes,
these
we
races.
mentioned the money,
That's what was brought out,
Yeah, a lot of money.
Would you ever think that, when we started talking about, next year is an election year, that the city controller's race will be one of the top races as far as spending?
No.
That's fascinating, right? Yeah. These normally quiet races are loud right now.
All right, Brooke, thank you for that. And we turn to this. LA County's election returns are still being counted and verified this morning, of course.
Yeah, let's go to Mario. He is standing by at the ballot processing center in the City of Industry. People working really hard behind you, Mario.
Yeah, Araxia Sandra, these workers have been counting ballots since late last night, and it hasn't stopped here at the processing center in the City of Industry. So we're talking about hundreds of workers that are on the floor right now, and they're actually working in shifts to keep this operation moving around the clock, with new teams coming in as those wrap up, so all the ballots can continue to be processed day and night. So the polls are closed, but the work here is far from over. Take a look at how many of these ballots got here overnight. Sheriff's deputies, election workers transporting ballots from across the county to this processing center. County vans arriving throughout the night delivering ballot boxes in Tuesday's primary election. And those ballots include votes for Los Angeles mayor, California governor, and local races and measures across the county. Sheriff's helicopters even used to help transport ballots to the facility where they begin a multi-step process before they can be counted. Now, each ballot, once inside, is tracked, verified, and processed. Mail ballots, they have to go through signature verification, while provisional ballots require additional review to confirm voter eligibility. And with mail ballots still able to arrive after Election Day if they were postmarked on time, the counting process can continue for days, and some close races even weeks. To help ensure transparency, this process is open to public observers. We talked to one a short time ago, and this is what she told us.
I've lived in LA my whole life, and I've seen how things have gotten worse over many, many years. And I don't think that there is a fair system. I think that mail-in ballots just open the doors for a lot of corruption, a lot of fraud. And so I think it's important to observe this process to make sure it is fair.
And if we come back out here live, you can see one of dozens of cameras. The county also live streaming the process online. The feed's available on the LA Vote website, so anyone can follow along in real time. We're talking about public campaigns, political parties, the media allowed to watch key steps in this process. And this morning, election officials tell us so far just over 1 million ballots have been counted, but the work, again, far from over. For now, that's the latest here in the City of Industry. Roxy and Sandra, back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you so much.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. We have been watching the tropics. It is officially hurricane season, and we did indeed have our first named storm today. We want to focus on Amanda here that has developed in the Central Pacific. Not to worry too much, though. Just wanted to point it out as the first. Winds are at 40 miles per hour, but it is going to weaken as it continues its trek. Well, sort of northwest, and then eventually will fall apart. So that's the good news. High pressure is in control of our weather, and we do have it far enough to where it is keeping that storm track away, but also influencing our weather here with the onshore flow and that marine layer. So we have a little bit of that June gloom still this morning, but it is going to burn off a little bit more quickly today than the last couple of days. If you're headed to the coast, we'll see some sunshine there later this afternoon. Temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. Those surf heights around 3 to 5 feet. Ventura County, LA County beaches around 2 to 4 plus feet. Orange County as well as San Diego. Looking at our 7-day forecast, we're going to get a little bit warmer today, 80, maybe 81 tomorrow, and then back down to the 70s this weekend into early next week. Out towards the valleys, Inland Empire, 91, getting to 92 tomorrow, then back down to the low 80s by Sunday, 81 degrees. Up into the mountains, beautiful. In Big Bear, up at the lake, 78. Maybe warming up to the low 80s as we get to Friday, and then back down to the low 70s on Sunday. Out towards the high desert areas, of course, a little bit warmer, 96, and then back down to the 80s this weekend, and then the Coachella Valley, of course, the warmest, 105 there today. And we're going to stay with those triple digits through Sunday, perhaps Monday back down to around 99. Back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. Taking a look at the race for LA County Sheriff. Several contenders here, including many from within the department, are trying to unseat incumbent Robert Luna.
Former Sheriff Alex Villanueva, candidate now for sheriff, is joining us this morning. Let's start with the easy stuff. I think it's the easy stuff. How are you feeling this morning as those votes are trickling in?
Feeling good.
Yeah?
Very good.
What is your message to supporters?
One big thank you for everyone who rolled up their sleeves and helped us get the word out, because it was a race that was kind of like under the radar that people didn't want to cover. But it was an important race because public safety is on the line here, and people understand the importance of it. And I think they spoke in a voice, and I think the results are showing it.
It's not an outright win for Sheriff Robert Luna, right? I think the numbers show 44% right here, and you're coming in second. There's still a wide margin of, in terms of the gap between you two. What do you think voters want? What do you think the public wants at this point?
I think the public wants to be safe. The new norm has become, you got to fear everything you do. Doing the basics, going out to the store to buy groceries, for example. Now you have to have a plan and figure out, okay, who's going to go, when you're going to do it, and how are you going to do it. All these things that we've forgotten that just 5-6 years ago, the world was a lot safer. We didn't have home invasion robberies. We didn't have these takeovers of the street, the speed exhibits, all these different things that are happening now. We're going to a store and just seeing people walk out with merchandise without paying for it. That new norm, I don't think people are ready to accept that. And I think this is a chance for us to fight back and establish and reestablish the safety that we once used to have.
So public safety, homelessness, crime, all of those things of concern. Obviously, your stance is not enough is being done. What would you be doing differently?
Well, I can say some of the things that I have done. For example, when I was in office, we hired a record number of deputies. We had the department fully staffed. Right now, it's cratered to where we've lost over 30% of the department is gone. I mean, that is huge in terms of keeping people safe. We cleaned up Venice Boardwalk, Olvera Street, San Vicente in front of the VA Center. We did all these homeless encampments cleanups. We got people into shelter where they needed to be. We returned the locations to the local community. Businesses thrived. I mean, just look at the Venice Boardwalk, how it was a night and day operation once we cleaned it up. Everyone wants to see that happen throughout all of LA County. We can deliver that.
At the same time, there's obviously other players involved. We were talking about funding for homelessness, cleanup, all the programs surrounding the support for all of these major initiatives. And while you were in office, you had a contentious relationship with the Board of Supervisors. In fact, afterwards, you ran for a seat on the Board of Supervisors. This time around, if you're elected, what would you say your relationship will be like, and how are you going to all work together?
Well, if they're doing the right thing, I'm going to stand shoulder to shoulder with the board. By the same token, returning to office, that's the voters sending a very loud message to the Board of Supervisors. Stop the nonsense, work with the sheriff. Let's work together to solve the homeless crisis, to get people off the streets and into shelter, return them to the local community. Those are things that people expect and should demand of all elected officials, from myself as sheriff and from the Board of Supervisors.
While you were sheriff, there was strong opinions on both sides. People praised you for your independence, and then you had critics who would question your leadership. When you look back now, would you have done anything differently, or what would you do differently this time around?
I would have made the same decisions, but I would have pursued them in different ways. And one thing is, there's a lot of things I took on because it was the right thing to do, but it put me in a defense right away as soon as I did them, where I had the information to give it to people so they could run with the ball, and then the Board of Supervisors has to play defense. And these are things you learn along the way. And I can tell you this, I stand by the decisions I made because they were the right ones. Sometimes they weren't the popular ones, but that's the point where you're in a leadership position. If you're playing to, see which way the wind is blowing and make a decision, you're not a leader. You're just a disgusting politician. And to be a sheriff, you have to be a sheriff for all 10 million residents. You have to make decisions that keeps everyone safe.
And what would be your first priority if you return to office? Obviously, staffing is a big concern, and it takes a lot of effort to make sure that you have enough people staffed up to keep the city safe.
Well, in 2019, I hired 1,100 deputies. 1 year, no support from the Board of Supervisors, no marketing or consulting firms. We just did it because when the workforce believes in the leadership, they're going to go out there and do the recruiting for you. And we had applicants lined up around the building every time we had a testing. We can get back to that again, and we're going to work hard to bring the department back to the full staffing we had in 2020. That's step number one. And another high priority is re-engage public corruption investigations, because we've learned now all the information that's come out about all the different frauds that are happening at the state, the county, the city level. It impacts every single taxpayer, every single resident, because every dollar that's lost to fraud, that's a dollar that's not spent on public safety.
You mentioned, as time goes on, people grow, people change. Have you changed, do you think, as a leader from last time around?
Yeah, quite. Unfortunately, I learned some hard lessons, because when I took office in 2018, I was the assumption that people that are elected shared my values and my desire to do the right thing. And I learned that no, there's career politicians that their game is power and achieve more power, not advancing the public's interests. So that's something you learn, but you have to be there to really appreciate it. But now we're just a little wiser, and we're going to proceed a little more cautiously, but more certainly, because we know exactly what to do and how to get the job done to keep everyone safe.
What do you say to voters and communities who are out there really concerned about federal agents and the relationship between the federal government and local authorities, specifically regarding immigration, ICE raids, also going into prisons, things like that? What would you say to voters who have a big concern about that?
Well, one thing is, when I removed the ICE agents from the county jails, they were using the jails as an immigration detention center, which totally was against, it put us in competition between federal immigrants and local law enforcement, because two jobs are very important. We need to have a secure border. We need to make sure the 600,000+ criminal aliens that are out there that are harming everyone need to be deported. And I think ICE has an important job to do. They just can't do it together with local law enforcement, because I can't convince someone to call 911 and then, oh, by the way, we're going to deport your family. That does not make anyone any safer. We've established that bright line. I did that in 2019 when I took office, and I think the only person who actually has done that. So now, moving forward, we'll work with the federal immigration authorities to the point where we're dealing with the criminal aliens, the ones that pose a threat to the community. But we don't want to see ICE agents chasing workers through car washes and things like that.
But we have been seeing that.
That's counterproductive, and this is where you actually have to use the bully pulpit of the sheriff's office and approach the Trump administration and say, hey, you know what? Knock that off. That is not helping anyone, and that's actually detracting from the mission of going after the criminal aliens that are actually a threat to the community. But you actually have to engage with the federal government to do that.
So going into these soft target locations like the car wash, like the Home Depot, like U-Haul, those are...
That was a dumb idea from the very beginning. And whoever was advising the Trump administration on that, they really, really got it wrong.
You and Sheriff Luna have very different leadership styles. What is your biggest difference between you guys?
Well, I believe in the servant leadership model. When I take a position, I serve the people that are actually getting the job done. And I don't believe in this top-down approach where, you know, I'm the boss. In fact, just look at the way he wears the 5 collars, the 5 stars on his collar. They're all in linear order. When I was sheriff, I had 5 stars. They're very small, and they were circular. That represents unity. And that's a very, very different symbolic approach. And that's why the Sheriff's Union, LASPA, I got 81.5% of the vote of the members that represent all of the ranks of the Sheriff's Department. The incumbent got 2% of the vote. He does not have the trust of the workforce at all.
By the way, we did invite Sheriff Luna to come on, but he declined, just so our viewers are aware.
I'm interested to hear your perspective now. You've had some time right out of office, and you've talked a lot about some of your successes here this morning. What would you say were your biggest failures while in office?
Probably the biggest one was not grasp how the lawfare was being lined up and weaponized against my administration. Because in hindsight, it's easy to look back and say, oh my God, they threw the kitchen sink at you. But as you're going through making decisions, you don't really realize it. For example, when I brought back Karen Mendoya, it was a big hoopla. Oh my God, it's a horrible thing, a stalker. Turns out he was never arrested, tried, convicted of anything. And he became one member of 8,200 deputies. There's nothing scandalous about that. We actually reversed a wrongful termination. But the board was willing to spend $7 million of taxpayer dollars to defend misconduct of the previous administration. That I didn't quite figure it out at the time. I was just saying, well, this is the right thing. We have all the evidence. Let's do it. But they had entirely different plan. That's why they hired a law firm to sue me my first month on the job. I mean, that really tells you, it shows you the hand that I was dealt.
Actually, that leads me to the last question I want to ask you. Politics has become such a big part of law enforcement. That's an example you just gave. And talk about how that's made the sheriff's job harder. And what would you do to not allow that to influence your decision making?
Well, I never allowed politics to influence my decision making. And that's probably what set me apart from the political establishment, because when I took office, they assumed that I was just going to play my role and look the other way when I was told to by the Board of Supervisors. I said, no, we're going to do the right thing no matter what it is, and that's what we stuck to, is doing the right thing. And I think now, you know, looking back what happened in the past, look at all the criticism, and you ask yourself, did it have anything to do with public safety? No. It was all about the feelings of politicians. Oh my God, we don't want to be held accountable. Oh my God, how dares the sheriff do that? No. Did anyone complain when the department was fully staffed, when we had the personnel to address the pandemic crisis, the personnel to address civil unrest, to all the things we were able to achieve to clean up homeless encampments, get the buses and the subways running safely in 22? No one complained about any of those things, because those are actual public safety things that matters to the people, not to the politicians.
Well, thank you so much for your time. We'll see how this all plays out. Yes. And certainly we welcome you back on this show.
Oh, thank you.
All right. The Secretary of State will certify the statewide results on July 10th. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much.
And stay tuned after this break.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. Good morning and welcome to 10 a.m. on this Wednesday. I'm Roxy Carpadian.
And I'm Sandra Enda. Thanks for joining us. The votes are in, so here's what we know so far.
After a tough fight, Mayor Karen Bass has secured a spot in the November runoff. She led the field overnight, but not enough to win the race outright.
The big question is, who will she face next? Spencer Pratt and Nithya Raman are locked in a close battle for the second spot, with more ballots still to be counted.
And California's race for governor is still taking shape. Steve Hilton is in the lead right now, but the race for November's runoff is still too early to call. Let's begin with a look at the numbers from the mayor's race. You see Karen Bass there leading 35%. Spencer Pratt at 30%. You have Nithya Raman at 22%. This is what it looks like.
Over these last 3.5 years, we have laid a foundation. And we're going to build on that foundation because we know what a city we have and what a city we can be. And let me just say that tomorrow begins the second half of this journey.
I'm confident with 5 months in their own communities, with their community leaders. It won't, again, Mayor Bass, this is the first time since 2005 an incumbent is going to a runoff. This is not a candidate that I'm too concerned about.
When I first started, I didn't know what to expect. I declared my intention to run on the very last possible day, and only because I felt like the city needed someone to fight for it, and so many other people came to join us to fight for a better future for Los Angeles, and really, I am just overwhelmed with gratitude for all of them, because without them, none of this would have been possible.
And now to the race for governor. Let's take a look at those numbers. The top two candidates are Steve Hilton, 27.8%. At this point, Xavier Becerra, 25.4%. And earlier on Good Day LA, we spoke to Steve Hilton, who told us why he believes voters are looking for change.
It's a good day for everyone in LA and in California who wants to see change in our state, and that's a majority. The last poll that I saw, not specifically on the governor's race or any political race itself, but just on the general question of whether people think that California is going in the right direction, showed that 56% think that our state is not going in the right direction and want change. And so it was really important that we had a choice in November in the general election, that's coming up in a few months, between someone representing the way things are right now and someone who wants to take our state in a different direction. And it very much looks as if that's what the voters are going to get. I represent change. Xavier Becerra looks like he's going to be the guy who thinks more of the same is what we need. But the most important thing is that we're going to have a choice in the general election, and not, as some polls indicated, to Democrats or even to Republicans in the top two. Having a choice is a good thing, and it looks like that's what's going to be available to everyone in California when it comes to the general election next November.
All right, the race for LA County Sheriff, several contenders, including many from within the department, trying to unseat the incumbent, Robert Luna. He stands strong there at 44%. You have Alex Villanueva behind him at 24%. In fact, Alex Villanueva was just here with us in the studio. We did also invite Sheriff Luna on, but he declined. We do have something to get to right now, going live to Bakersfield, where officials are addressing a 15-hour standoff that ended with the suspect being killed this morning, but the hostage is released. Let's listen.
Special Agent in charge, Sid Patel from the FBI, will take the second portion where he'll touch on the elements of the FBI as well as how it concluded. First and foremost, I do want to let everyone know that we're incredibly relieved to report that all of the hostages that were involved have been safely recovered and reunited with their families. There were a total of 10 members of our community whose lives were changed yesterday, unexpectedly, but we are thankful that they have been reunited with their loved ones after this ordeal. Throughout the night, their families questioned whether or not they would be seen again, but we are very grateful for the outcome and the fact that we've been able to protect their lives. Regarding the specific details that led up to this, at approximately 12:59 p.m. yesterday afternoon, we began receiving calls related to a suspect that was in possession of an explosive device who had entered the Chase Bank building at 1515 17th Street. As the situation unfolded, our responding personnel and dispatchers confirmed that the adult male suspect had barricaded himself within the second floor of the building and had taken several hostages. The suspect advised he had explosives attached to his person, which our personnel could see as well. He also told law enforcement that additional explosives had been attached to some of the hostages, which we confirmed based on our own observations. These hostages were confirmed to be employees of the Kern County Superintendent of Schools on the second floor of the building. Numerous other employees and patrons had fled the building during the suspect's takeover, and we immediately began evacuating the surrounding area establishments to minimize additional safety concerns to our community. While this was being done, we were simultaneously communicating with the suspect in an effort to release the hostages and elicit a peaceful surrender. During the negotiations process, we were able to secure the release of 2 hostages, the first being at 3:59 p.m. and the second being at 8:24 p.m. As the event continued, negotiations did stall, and the suspect refused to release any more victims. Given the nature of the circumstances and the resources, our department requested the assistance from the FBI, and we elected to transition our tactical teams for the remainder of the situation. The FBI assumed operational control at approximately 9:02 p.m. yesterday evening. And at this time, I'll turn it over to Special Agent in Charge, Sid Patel, and then I'll follow up with some concluding remarks at the end.
Thank you very much.
There's the latest from Bakersfield officials there talking about that hostage situation that came to an end after 15 hours. Thankfully, those hostages were released.
All right, let's get back to some election results here. Brooke, busy morning, right? We're looking at a lot of races here in LA County.
We are. Obviously, we're very focused on the mayor's race, right? But there's a lot more going on, things that affect your everyday life. You may not even realize it. One of the most contentious races is city attorney. Take a look here. The incumbent is Heidi Feldstein Soto. Right now, she's in 3rd place behind challengers Marissa Roy and John McKinney. This job is the city's top lawyer. Roy is a progressive. She's currently a deputy attorney general at the California DOJ. McKinney is a registered Democrat, currently an LA County deputy district attorney. Okay, the top 2 in this race, they're going to go on to a runoff. That will not be the case, though, for another big race. I want to talk about city controller now. Take a look here at where we stand. Currently, the incumbent, Kenneth Mejia, he is beating challenger Zach Sokoloff. This job is the city's financial watchdog. You could say there are only 2 candidates vying for this position, so whoever wins, once all votes are counted, they are set. You may have seen a bit of mudslinging in this race. There was also a lot of money thrown around in this race, too. One of the top races as far as spending in the entire primary. We are watching multiple very important city council races as well. I want to go through them quickly for you. South LA's District 9. That's where Councilmember Curran Price is termed out. So Jose Ugarte is sitting at 41%. Estuardo Mazariegos in 2nd place at 22%. When it's all said and done, voters will elect a Latino in a district that has been continuously represented by a black council member since the 1960s, even though over the years, the demographics of this district have changed. The district itself is now majority Latino. Let's go to District 1, getting a lot of attention as well. Everyone wanting to know who will lead them through issues surrounding MacArthur Park and the homelessness and addiction issues there. Incumbent Eunices Hernandez sitting at 52%. 2nd place is Maria Calanche, or Lou, 17% there. And we'll go to District 11 now, because this race has also gotten a lot of attention. There will not be a runoff here. Tracy Park is looking to have a 2nd term. It looks like she's going to get it when all is said and done. There are only 2 challengers, 2 people vying, I should say, for this council seat here. Faiza Malik sitting at 35%. But, I mean, it looks like, as of right now, Tracy Park is going to win this one, 65%. District 3, District 5, District 13, 15 also on the ballot, and we're watching all of them.
Watching so many things.
Yeah, a lot of issues to cover. All right, Brooke, thank you. And of course, the election isn't a done deal yet. Some of the more than 1.3 million ballots cast, they're still being counted and processed.
Let's go to Mario, actually live right now at the Ballot Processing Center in the City of Industry. Let's see, you have an update?
Yeah, you know, as we've seen firsthand, the counting of ballots does not stop on election night. So officials here say so far just over 1 million ballots have been counted, but that means hundreds of thousands more still need to be processed. And on the floor here at the LA County Ballot Processing Center, hundreds of workers are at it right now. These workers verifying voter information and processing ballots before they're officially added to the count. So let's now show you how those ballots got here. Overnight, sheriff's deputies working to transport ballots from across the county. Vans arriving throughout the night, delivering ballots that include votes for LA mayor, California governor, and local races and measures across the county. Now, we even saw sheriff's helicopters being used to help transport ballots here to the City of Industry, helping election officials move thousands of votes from regional collection locations to the county's main processing hub. And once inside, that's where things really start. Ballots are tracked, verified, and prepared for counting as the election process continues. Some ballots require additional review, and we're talking about provisional ballots, any ballots that have been damaged, and write-in votes. Another reason the process takes time, California does accept mail ballots postmarked by Election Day that can arrive up to 7 days later. And transparency, a big part of this. The county allows members of the public to observe key steps here. One woman who signed up to watch said she wanted to see firsthand how the process works.
I've lived in LA my whole life, and I've seen how things have gotten worse over many, many years. And I don't think that there is a fair system. I think that mail-in ballots just open the doors for a lot of corruption, a lot of fraud. And so I think it's important to observe this process to make sure it is fair.
And back out here live as the work continues, LA County does have up to 30 days to complete its official canvass, a process that includes verifying ballots, reviewing provisional votes, and conducting required audits before results are officially certified. So election officials expect the ballots to continue to be counted for the next several days, even longer in some cases, possibly weeks. And we'll keep following all of this as the process moves on. For now, live here in the City of Industry, back to you.
That's right, Mario. Thank you. And our election coverage, of course, continues on FoxLA.com and the Fox Local app. You can see more results, reactions, live streams. Download the app today.
Okay, weather-wise, we do have the marine layer and that June gloom that's out there right now. You can see it on our satellite and radar pictures. By the arrows, you can tell that it is definitely an onshore flow, and you're feeling it and seeing it, especially near the coast. But there is a slight northerly flow as well inland. That means it's going to clear out first inland areas and then eventually at the coast. And we're actually expecting some slightly warmer temperatures today than the last couple of days. Right now, it is 83 in Palmdale, so the farther inland you go, the hotter it is. 84 in Victorville. It's around 70 in downtown LA right now, 65 in Santa Ana as well as Long Beach, Huntington Beach, but it's already 90 in Palm Springs, 71 in Big Bear. By the way, it is hurricane season, and I wanted to tell you that we did have our first named storm this morning, Amanda, spinning in the Central Pacific. I thought we were going to go to that, but I'll show you in just a few moments. High pressure is basically still in control of our weather. It is far enough offshore where the marine layer and that June gloom is able to really push into the inland areas. As that high strengthens today, tomorrow, and Friday, we'll warm things up. And then it will weaken, slide to the south a bit as we look ahead to the weekend. That means temperatures will slide back down just slightly. So very subtle changes in our weather based on the position of this area of high pressure and the depth of the marine layer. Nothing major, just really a few degrees up today, tomorrow, and Friday, and then a few degrees back down as we get into the weekend. Bottom line, it's going to stay dry. No storms headed our way, and that means hot inland, low desert 105 today, 96 in the high desert to that 78 up into the mountains. Downtown LA around 80 today, which is above the average by about 5 degrees or so. 90s for the valleys, Inland Empire, and around 69 along the coast. All right, I'll show you the first named storm of the Eastern Pacific as far as tropical systems, and then also the 7-day in just a bit. In the meantime, let's talk about traffic. Yes, Good Day LA traffic is brought to you by My Home Sold. And as we zoom into one of our live traffic cameras here, this is, see where this is at. I don't see the locator. Oh, there it is. This is in Riverside, actually. This is the 91 freeway. Eastbound side are the cars here on the left-hand side coming at you at the camera. This is at the McKinley off-ramp. You know what? Both sides are moving nicely now, so it looks like that drive into Riverside looking good and easy. It is also much, much better on that West 10 coming out of downtown LA towards Santa Monica. Between the 5 to the 405, it's back down to just 33 minutes. Northbound 110 between the 405 to the 10. Oh, so good. 18. Oh, just ticked up to 19 minutes. And on that West 16 between the 57 to the 5, about 26 minutes there. Now here's a look at some of the other traffic hotspots.
Hi, I'm Adrian with My Home Sold, and we want to buy your house. We buy any house in any condition. No commissions, no closing costs, and no repairs. Go to myhomesold.com for a free same-day cash offer. That's myhomesold.com.
We do have some breaking news right now to get to in Orange County. Stu up in Skyfox. Stu, what's going on?
Hey there, good morning. This is happening out here in the Newport Beach area, and it is very important. This is a federal FBI Department of Justice joint task force taking somebody into custody who was described as a businessman with dual citizenship, Iranian and U.S. Now, this person is actually accused of accused of selling secrets, basically nuclear secrets, to the Iranian government, and he also falsified documents to make that happen. He received a compensation of over $15 million that apparently helped fund this house that he's living in here, out here in the Newport Beach. Right now, though, that person in custody without any incident. You can see a number of FBI and Department of Justice personnel still down there on scene, basically looking for more evidence for this. And apparently, he's going to be facing a judge later on this afternoon. Very quick indeed. If he's convicted, he could face up to 20 years in prison. Again, this person being taken into custody this morning, apparently selling secrets to the Iranian government. I'm Stu up in Skybox over Newport Beach, sending it back to you all in the studio.
All right, Stu, thank you. And results from the California primary still coming in on several high-profile races. Here's a look at the LA mayoral race. Council member Nithya Raman and Spencer Pratt trying to unseat incumbent Mayor Karen Bass.
You know, the mayor's race here in Los Angeles has received a lot of national attention, especially after Spencer Pratt jumped in.
And earlier this morning, Jen and Bob spoke with a political analyst, Matt Klink, and political commentator Mo Kelly.
I think Spencer Pratt overperformed expectations. He made it a real race, and to his credit, he acquitted himself well. But at the same time, he's going to have to find these extra 6 or 7 percentage votes between the primary and the general election.
What do you think Nithya Raman did wrong, and what do you think Spencer Pratt did right to get their place in the polls?
Yeah, well, let's deal with Nithya first. So I think she was hurt because there was another Democratic Socialist candidate in the race. That candidate pulled about 4% of the vote away from Nithya. But Nithya just ran a lackluster campaign. She didn't perform well in the public debates. And Spencer Pratt, he tapped into the first part that he needed to do. He was a disruptor. He tapped into the fact that no one in Los Angeles thinks that the city is a well-run city and that we need to do the same thing for 4 more years. He nailed that. He's got a grievance because he did lose his home in the Palisades fire. Now that he's going to be in the general election, or it looks like it at least, he has to come up with what those solutions are going to be. And the bar gets raised for everyone. It works for Karen Bass because she knows how government runs. Spencer Pratt is new to this, so he can still run as a disruptor, but now people are going to say, all right, let's go. What are your solutions going to be?
Mayor Bass last night emerged victorious. Looks like she's going to go into the general election, and she even spoke directly to some of these unions. She talked about the National Federation of Labor, SEIU. That was part of the strength of her campaign, and it was clear that with those institutional votes that she still has a lot of strength in that, and that could help propel her even to not just the primaries, but also into this general election.
No, Bob, that's the enormous power that the incumbency of being a mayor brings to Karen Bass. She has all of those city unions, and that not only means that they can help her, they can put people on the street for her, they can walk precincts for her, they can do a lot, they can run independent expenditures for her, and she will tap into all of that in the general election. I do want to kind of flip the script, though. Karen Bass, everybody says how strong she is at 37% right now. It also means that 60% of Angelenos voted for somebody else. So there is a level of concern with Karen Bass. So yes, she passed an important test, but not with flying colors.
Our election coverage continues on foxla.com and the Fox Local app. You can see all the results, reaction, and live streams there. Make sure you download the app today. We'll be right back. FIFA announced it has officially confirmed the final 26-man squads for all 48 teams participating this summer. 1,248 players will take the pitch across 104 matches. And of those players, only 357 have previously played in a World Cup. 22 World Cup winners are returning, with 891 players making their debut. And don't forget, you can catch all the World Cup action right here on Fox 11.
I got to talk football, like American football right now, because let me just say it's an exciting time to be a Rams fan, especially in my house. My husband was talking about this all night. The team just signed a superstar many call the best defensive player in the NFL.
We're talking about Myles Garrett. He spoke with the LA media yesterday, and Gerard Moncure reports from Woodland Hills.
The reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year is here. And with the arrival of Myles Garrett, the Rams go from a squad that was all in to a team now that can really only measure success as a victory in Super Bowl 61.
I mean, every team's a work in progress.
Damn, that's how you feel, huh?
Yeah. No, on paper, I'm sure, things look great. But, we got to go out there and put the work in. It starts in the field, starts in the classroom, and, we're not going to take a single day for granted. We're not going to be looking at any, odds or favorites. We're going to, win each game day by day. I found out about a week ago that this was even a possibility, and it was a surprise. It was a bit of excitement. Being in LA, of a lot of roots here, and knowing that there's a winning culture and some great teammates and great coaches here. No, I was definitely looking forward to the opportunity, and God willing to happen.
In the high-stakes game of NFL trades, you can't gain a superstar without giving up something huge in return.
I think when you have to have those hard conversations, you just let them know. We just, executed a trade where we're acquiring Myles Garrett, and you're going to Cleveland. And I know it doesn't feel great right now, but there's a lot of love. There's a lot of appreciation and gratitude for our relationship, the 2 years, the impact that you've made. And I can't wait to watch you go shine in Cleveland. And I'm a big fan of his. You guys know that. And I'll wish him the best and watch him do his thing. But we are really excited, with respect to Jared, about being able to get this guy, and it's a big deal for us.
I always have love in my heart for Cleveland City, community, all its players and everything else. But the opportunity to come here, have a immediate and profound impact on this team, it was something I just had to move forward with.
Garrett will wear his number 95, as he told us the price was right with defensive tackle Poona Ford, who will switch to the number 97 this season. In Woodland Hills with the Rams, Gerard Moncure, Fox 11 Sports.
It's a big deal to keep your number. All right, good things will happen. So summer break is officially underway, and many parents are still making plans for the weeks ahead.
Including us.
Yeah.
Coco McAvoy is live at the YMCA in Burbank with a look at the free and affordable, let me just say affordable one more time, programs helping kids stay busy this summer, because we know it gets so pricey, Coco.
It gets so pricey. I'm with the both of you, too. I am constantly looking for things for Jack to do this summer. So a great option for all the parents out there, the YMCA. There are so many different programs. It's a beautiful day, by the way, here in Burbank at the Y here. I am with Diane, who is the Vice President of Youth Development. And if you can just talk about the fact that you have so much to offer when it comes to summer programming.
Oh, my gosh, absolutely. We really want to give kids the best summer ever in whatever shape or form that takes and whatever age level we're meeting them at. So whether that's opening up new experiences for kiddos with day camp or sleepaway camp, whether that's giving them the new experience of outdoor education or they're learning to make a new friend, whether that's just developing a great camp cheer or giving them something that gives them a ton of enthusiasm, that's what we're about, and making that so special for kids here.
And it is special, and I can tell the kids are having such a good time. So for the parents watching, what are the age groups that they can participate in this?
Yeah, well, here we are serving kids anywhere from ages 4 all the way through middle school. And then once kids hit middle school, they're eligible to participate in Get Summer, which is our team program with the YMCA. Here we've got our youngest kids in Voyagers all the way up to our middle school kids in Camp Good Times. We've got counselors in training that are developing leadership skills. And no matter what, we're trying to teach kids kids how to be independent at any age level that they're at.
And you also do things like field trips, and you have partnerships with major organizations, right?
Absolutely. Whether that means that we're taking kids to the LA Zoo or taking kids out to do a beach day or an aquatics venue, we are giving kids safe, fun opportunities to explore all of the richness that Los Angeles offers, because we just want kids to have the best summer ever here in Los Angeles.
That's amazing. And the thing is, for some of us parents too, you get a little nervous, like, oh my gosh, is my kid ready for camp? Like, what are some things that parents can do to make sure that their kid can jump into something like this?
Oh my gosh, I love that you're asking that, because for us, it's all about encouraging independence for any age level that kiddos are at. So if your campers, for example, are young, maybe one of the things you want to teach them how to do is take all of their camp gear for a tour before they go to camp, so that they know how to open and fill up their water bottles. Or even teaching our youngest campers how to apply sunscreen so that they're protected from the UV rays. So you really want to focus on setting your kids up to be independent at any age level so that they can really take care of themselves.
That's a great idea. I didn't think about that. Knowing how to fill up your water bottle, applying sunscreen, those are really good skills to teach your kids. And in your perspective, why do you think it's so important to have all of these kid programs at all the Ys?
Oh my gosh, more than anything, we know that kids need in-person experiences, right? In so many places, they're living in screens, and they're not having really tangible experiences where they get to problem solve, develop group problem solving skills, and really get to build social connections with other kids. So I think the opportunity to do that in person with peers, with caring adults who are trained to keep them safe and have fun is really just the ultimate gift that we can give our kids this summer.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much, Diane, for speaking with us. And that's really cool. I think it's really special to have the kids have an opportunity like this at all of the YMCAs to really get to know the kids in their neighborhood and in their community and get to make friends. And that's what I've been witnessing, is all the kids talking and socializing and having a good time. But also for the parents, it gives you a break. It gives you something to do, right? Make sure that your kids are having a good time. They're learning. So again, if you're interested in this, you can know that the YMCA, at least here in Burbank, is open 7 days a week. Every location has different hours as well. So look up the location closest to you. I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Coco. Hey, wait, before you go, someone wants to say hi.
Hi, Coco. It's Mandy. I know you can't see me, but I'm wearing pink because you're inspiring me to do pink every Wednesday. Maria is wearing pink. So the way that we do leopard print on Fridays, we're going to keep it pink on Wednesdays because it's after the movie Mean Girls. Thank you, Sandra.
I thought she was going to say Tuesday.
That's right. I love you guys. That's amazing.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink. So we wanted you to know that you got your pink ladies
I love it.
here at the studio. Maria, too, in a different shade.
Yes.
All the shades. All the shades of pink.
Yes.
All the shades of pink.
I think about Coco all the time. I tell her that every time I get to see her, and especially when I wear pink. Good morning to you. We are looking at a little view turnaround here of Alpine Meadows. Do you know where this is? This is a beautiful spot of California. Is this on the California side or on the Nevada? I don't even know. This is on the California side. Okay, this is Tahoe, just north of Tahoe City at Alpine Meadows. How lovely is that, you guys? Good Day LA weather is brought to you by Razavi Law Group. I could just imagine myself, my feet dangling on the edge of that right there with the water just nice and cool. Oh man, that is beautiful. We are going to get some sunshine eventually later this afternoon. Before I get to that, I wanted to point out that it is officially hurricane season. As you know, it started May 15th for us here in the East Pacific, and we have gotten our first named storm. Yes, we have. This is Tropical Storm Amanda.
Please, no photos. I'm not doing press right now. Thank you.
Officially so famous that we have named a storm after her. And she can be a storm, actually, when she walks in here in the early morning hours. Yes. So here's Tropical Storm Amanda, 40-mile-per-hour winds right now. The good news is, as it continues to move northwest ever so slowly, it is going to fall apart. and not be any trouble for anybody, especially the islands of Hawaii. So, Amanda, you're okay.
All bark, no bite?
Well, for this one.
Okay.
This moment, anyway. High pressure is just off the coast, and that is what's going to continue to keep us away from those storms up moving into the Pacific Northwest. Otherwise, we have the marine layer and that June gloom. We'll get some sunshine. That high will be around 89 in Ontario, 92 in Santa Clarita, 100 in Victorville, to that 105. A little toasty in Palm Springs. When I come back, I'll show you the 7-day forecast. In the meantime, I'll send it back to you three.
It's also Gemini season. What I'm saying is there's no accidents.
Right, right. I feel like I'm watching my daughter, my youngest, the way you perform. I get this at home, so it's like double dosing. Yes.
Exactly. Well, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't want you to miss your girls while you're at work, so I give you that same energy. Yeah. Good morning to you and all the Amandas out there. I know our producer's daughter is Amanda, so if you're an Amanda, you get extra permission to be spicy this week. Okay, let's jump right into it. Do you ever take home things from work? Come on, be honest, girls. Sandra, I saw your truckload of coffee.
Wait, say that again.
Do you ever take something home from work?
Oh, like a pen,
paper towel,
like
a highlighter,
tape. I feel like during the pandemic, people might have taken toilet paper.
Or
sanitizer.
We'll start, I don't know, open your glove box and see a bunch of Purell pop out of there.
That's just me.
That's you. Yeah, that's true. Well, stars, they're just like us. Even Jeremy Allen White from The Bear.
There's this big butcher block table that's been in the corner of the Beef, the restaurant, that you saw when the show started in the sandwich shop. And it's the only thing that really remained during the evolution from, the Beef into the Bear, which is the fine dining restaurant. It remained in the same corner. It was the only thing from the old world that came into our new world. And I stole that.
Hey, at least he's being honest about it. Season 5 is going to be the final season for the award-winning series, The Bear. Oh, Carmi. And last night, you heard him on Jimmy Kimmel Live, star Jeremy Allen White admitting that he's taken many set souvenirs. However, the most memorable one was that butcher's block table that's been a part of the furniture since season 1. And he also went on to say it's the most memorable prop because it's the only thing that really remained during the evolution of the Beef into the Bear. Guys, I don't mean to brag, but today's poll question, fire.
Really?
We asked you, what is your relationship status? And it's not as simple as just married or single. We know that there's a lot of gray area. So we've got 53% who say they're married watching us today. 26% are single. 6% on both divorced and dating. 9% on the it's complicated.
I like those people. I want the comments for it's complicated.
Right, me
you
too.
asked, we got comments.
Okay, good.
Our producers, we got a lot. Reese in Woodland Hills says, I'm single. The dating pool has battery acid in it, and I've lost hope.
Oh my
But I'm enjoying my life until someone acts right. You know what, Reese? I hear you.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my friends echo the same sentiment. Christine in Newport Beach, we actually got married 3 years ago at the Santa Ana Courthouse. Live on Good Day LA Valentine's segment. Bob was there. We know exactly who you are.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. Wow, that was 3 years ago? Wow.
Oh,
Gwendolyn in Loma Linda. I am in a fairly new relationship coming up on 2 years. He is 71, I am 65, and we are so in love with each other. And so in like with each other, he gave me a beautiful promise ring for my birthday in return. I also gave him a promise ring. He was amazed. I think men deserve the same as women. We both prayed for this. Steve and Nubian.
So
I love that. Anthony in Compton said, going on 2 years married, 13 years together, and just bought a home. All thanks to a dating app. Happy Pride Month. Ooh, I want to know which app. Love that, Anthony. Congrats on your new home. And Kat in Simi Valley saying, I am single, but I am married to myself because I can buy my own flowers. No one can spoil me better than I can to myself after a complicated 30-year marriage that ended in his death 5 years ago. Oh, life has been grand.
Wait.
Hold on,
I don't know what emotion
go back.
to have.
Please go back. I want to make sure.
Wait.
Can you go back?
Wow.
Are we able to go back? We wanted to reread that for for a tone shift, if anything.
I know. I think there was a mix. It was a roller coaster there.
Well,
so you got it.
Okay, we're sending you love.
There's a lot going on there.
Do we have another one? Yeah, Linda in Lancaster. This December 21st will be our 50th year of marriage after 2 years of living together. Getting together was the best decision of our lives. Okay, here's it. She says, I am single, but I'm married to myself because I can buy my own flowers. No one can spoil me better than I can to myself. After a complicated 30-year marriage that ended in his death 5 years ago, life has been grand. Okay, I think there is a mix of emotions there because it was complicated.
It is complicated.
Yeah, but we hope
that's how life is.
Yeah, we hope you find some healing, Kat.
Yeah.
And
I support you buying your own flowers. I buy myself flowers.
You bought yourself peonies.
That's right.
That's Miley Cyrus, right?
Yes.
See, I know the song.
By the way, I read these in real time, so I like to be reading them fresh, just like you guys.
You're organic.
I'm organic.
Yeah, you're like, it's Wednesday, it's the farmer's market. Santa Monica Farmer's Market right here.
Exactly.
Get your kale.
I think we bring this poll over to the 11.
Okay.
FoxLA.com/vote. Let us know. Looking for someone engaged, looking for more, it's complicated.
I want a complicated situation explained to me, because those are fun.
Yeah.
And annoying.
Maybe we could help. Leave us a comment.
We'll give you
Maybe we can help.
They're fun and annoying.
Maybe we can't help, but we'll be entertained.
Yeah, that's right.
Have you heard about JSX? It is an award-winning air carrier that continues to redefine regional travel. With its seamless hop-on jet service, private terminals, elevated customer service, and stress-free check-in. I'm going to say that again. Stress-free check-in, JSX brings a level of comfort and convenience that has become increasingly rare in today's airline industry. And who better to tell us more about it than our next guest, David Drabinski. Thank you so much. You are the president of JSX. You are answering all my questions in the commercial break. I love it. Thank you so much for joining us. You've really built quite the following, especially right here in SoCal. So for viewers who may have said, you know what, I think I've heard of JSX, but tell me more about it. What makes it different and also accessible?
Well, you hit so many of the highlights in your intro, so thank you for that.
Of course.
So we are all about ease and convenience. So you go to our website, you book a ticket, and once you book your ticket, you show up at the airport 20 minutes before your flight at our private hangar or a private terminal.
20 minutes.
Completely stress-free.
Right.
You check in, you grab a coffee, you hang out for hopefully only 5 minutes, board the aircraft, and you're on your way to your destination. We like to say the vacation starts when you show up at the airport because it really brings the fun and joy back into travel.
Thank you so much for saying that, because that is such a stressful part of the vacation. It's not relaxing, but with JSX, you're saying, no, it does start. Your vacation, your relaxation starts now, and the luxury of it, too. Okay, one thing people really like about JSX, and as a dog mama myself, flying with pets. You know, it can be stressful for the pets, too, but you're even taking out some of the stress for the pets as well and giving them even a, dare I say, personalized experience?
Yeah, so I grew up with dogs as well, and I would always cringe going to the airport seeing dogs in a carrier that were in the cargo hold on an airplane. And so we completely changed that. We allowed dogs in the cabin, and we say pets on jets at JSX because it's so important to us. We fly hundreds of thousands of dogs so far in our history, and they fly right next to you on the ground, and we give them treats on board. They have little scarves and bandanas. It's so much fun to see.
Look at that. Even the pets get treats. Some airlines, you can't even get like a little bag of trail mix and water anymore.
And there can be part of our loyalty program.
Okay, that is super cute. They have their own little pet profile.
Absolutely.
Adorable. Okay, so hearing this at home, I'm watching, I'm listening, I'm loving what I'm hearing. But is JSX only for luxury travelers? It's not, right?
It is not. It is not. If you go to our website, jsx.com, you'll see that there are seats that are very comparable to airline prices.
That's right. I saw it myself.
Totally. And it can be for whatever your needs are. We serve destinations that airlines can't get to.
Right.
We have such a short distance you go from when you park your car to when you get on the airplane. If you don't like stressful environments with lots of people, if it's just so much easier. So anyone who's looking for a differentiated experience is why they fly JSX.
And even getting back home, it's easier because, you know, now you have to worry about, well, which terminal do I get to get a ride home, or where's a cab, or where's an Uber? You guys even have that easier as well.
It's almost like you didn't even fly.
It's right, which is kind of a blessing. JSX celebrating its 10-year anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy plane-iversary. Why do you think the public charter service has been so successful?
I think it's just because the airlines and the commercial terminals, it's gotten so stressful.
It has.
And it's just so much information all the time. There's all these changes, and people wanted a differentiated product. So we found a great niche, and our customers love it. It's been a wonderful 10 years. We're excited for what the next 10 years are going to hold, and we're excited to see where we go next.
I also want to say, as a Vegas girl, this is great because 25% of visitors that go to Vegas are from SoCal, and you offer the flight to Vegas.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
you can leave your house and be playing blackjack within an hour and a half.
I love that.
Exactly.
That should be your next billboard.
Exactly.
That's so good.
They try and keep me out of the marketing, so.
No, you're good. You're good. What is next for JSX? Because 10 years, you have quite a reputation. People love it, but you're always like, no pun intended, leveling up. New heights, right?
Yes.
So what are we doing next?
So we're going to keep adding more destinations.
Great.
We got a new aircraft, the ATR, that flies out of Santa Monica.
Ooh,
and that allows us to go to all sorts of destinations on the West Coast. So our goal is just to keep growing, keep adding new destinations, and keep allowing more people to fly JSX across the country.
So they can JS experience.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
Well, I love when our guests come and they bring gifts, because Good Day LA wants to hook you up with 2 tickets on JSX Airlines flying from either Burbank or Santa Monica to Viva Las Vegas, baby. You can enter for a chance to win on our website, foxla.com/contest, or get your smartphone or tablet out and scan that QR code right there on the screen. We're going to be selecting one winner today. So before you get to Vegas, who's feeling lucky? Who wants to win those 2 tickets on JSX? And bonus to that, new members of JSX free loyalty program called Club JSX can receive an additional $100 off summer travel by using the promo code, here it's right there on the screen, SM0100, SM0100, okay? You can find more information at jsx.com, okay? And get your loyalty profile created before September 3rd to get that $100 off your summer travel. I think that's a good get. And $100, that's extra drinks. That's extra things you can do on your vacation. You can get an Uber Black car to pick you up. That's $100 goes a long way.
Yes, it does.
It does. All right. Thank you so much, David, for sharing. I'm excited. I want to book a trip myself. I have Wanderlust Wednesday vibes right now. Thank you for joining us. Good luck to our viewers. I want to find out who wins, and we will be right back.
Check out what someone caught on camera last night in Encino. A black bear wandering along Sepulveda Boulevard. The hungry guy nosed his way through some trash cans, as you see right there on Royal Oak and Archdale Roads. Police were called, but there were no close encounters between the bear and any people, and he eventually found his way back into the wild.
Funny thing happened on this day in 1956. A California city banned rock and roll. And you know what? It may surprise you to find out that it was Santa Cruz. Yeah, the city captured national attention when the authorities in the city banned a total rock and roll ban for public gatherings. The ban came in reaction to the dance party and the previous evening, and they just said, you know what, this music is detrimental to both the health and morals of our youth and community. So there it was. Times, though, of course, changed that. Santa Cruz is the city evolved into this capital of the West Coast counterculture scene. But yeah, a little trivia, if it ever comes up. Okay. 1956 Santa Cruz banned rock and roll.
Rock and roll doesn't hurt anybody. Why did they ban it?
I don't know.
That's great. All right, McDonald's is going all in on the World Cup. Look at this. Upcoming Happy Meals will feature 23 collectible Squishmallows, wearing jerseys of different countries in the tournament, so you could get the World Cup Happy Meal starting June 9th. McDonald's also planning on other World Cup promotions, including special meal deals and collectible cups featuring soccer icons like Captain America, Christian Pulisic, Son Heung-min, and Lamine Yamal. Go get them.
Wednesday. Welcome to GDLA Plus. It's been a busy day after the election, and we have the latest results for you coming right up. But first, let me tell you who our plus one is today. She is known as the Money Queen. Amanda Francis from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills will join us to talk about the show, being a money mindset coach, and so much more. All right, now let's get to the election results. The votes are in. Here's what we know right now. After a tough fight, Mayor Karen Bass has secured a spot in the November runoff. She led the field overnight, but not enough to win the race outright.
And now to the big question, who will she face next? Spencer Pratt and Nithya Raman are locked in a close battle for the second spot, with more ballots still to be counted.
And California's race for governor is still taking shape. Steve Hilton is in the lead right now, but the race for November's runoff is still too early to call.
Let's begin with a look at some of the numbers that we were talking about. So you see Mayor Karen Bass right there, 35% leading that. Spencer Pratt behind her at 30%. And then Nithya Rahman coming in at 22%. Let's head over and check out the candidates. Oh, you know what? Let's hear what they had to say last night.
Over these last 3.5 years, we have laid a foundation. And we're going to build on that foundation because we know what a city we have and what a city we can be. And let me just say that tomorrow begins the second half of this journey.
I'm confident with 5 months in their own communities with their community leaders. It won't, again, Mayor Bass, this is the first time since 2005 an incumbent is going to a runoff. This is not a candidate that I'm too concerned about.
When I first started, I didn't know what to expect. I declared my intention to run on the very last possible day, and only because I felt like the city needed someone to fight for it, and so many other people came to join us to fight for a better future for Los Angeles, and really, I am just overwhelmed with gratitude for all of them, because without them, none of this would have been possible.
And now to the race for governor. We can look at how things stand right now. The top two candidates are Steve Hilton and Xavier Becerra, as you see right there. Hilton with 27.8%. Becerra at 25.4%. Tom Steyer coming in at 20%. And earlier on Good Day LA, we spoke to Steve Hilton, and here's what he had to say.
It's a good day for everyone in LA and in California who wants to see change in our state, and that's a majority. The last poll that I saw, not specifically on the governor's race or any political race itself, but just on the general question of whether people think that California is going in the right direction, showed that 56% think that our state is not going in the right direction and want change. And so it was really important that we had a choice in November in the general election, that's coming up in a few months, between someone representing the way things are right now and someone who wants to take our state in a different direction. And it very much looks as if that's what the voters are going to get. I represent change. Xavier Becerra looks like he's going to be the guy who thinks more of the same is what we need. But the most important thing is that we're going to have a choice in the general election, and not, as some polls indicated, to Democrats or even to Republicans in the top two. Having a choice is a good thing, and it looks like that's what's going to be available to everyone in California when it comes to the general election next November.
All right, let's look at the race for LA County Sheriff right now. Several contenders here, including many from within the department trying to unseat their boss. Incumbent Robert Luna, take a look here, though. It's going to be tough. He is still sitting in at number one, 44% of the votes so far. Alex Villanueva, former sheriff, sitting at 24%. Also, a big question, if you looked at your 8-page or longer ballot, are sales taxes or taxes going to go up in any way? Let's look at some of the measures. We're going to begin with Measure ER. That's the health services tax. It proposes a sales tax increase across Los Angeles County. Proponents say funding would support public health care and mental health services. They want to stabilize hospitals and expand care for uninsured people. Take a look at the results. Sitting at no, 53.1% of the votes so far. Let's move to Measure CB now. Marijuana tax. That's what it's being called. It applies existing cannabis taxes to unlicensed marijuana businesses, targeting illegal dispensaries operating outside regulations, designed to generate revenue and level the playing field for legal shops. If we take a look at the results, it's a heavy yes so far, 70.1% saying yes. So far, we're looking at the ballots counted so far. Okay, Measure TC is next. This is a hotel tax expansion that would expand how the city applies its hotel tax and include more short-term rentals and booking platforms. The hope here is to capture additional tourism-related revenue. So far, that is winning at 54.4% of the vote. We're going to move to Measure TT for you now. This is another hotel tax increase, proposing raising the hotel tax rate for visitors revenue. Now, this would help fund city services, they say, and major event costs. it could impact tourism, pricing, and travel demand. This would be through 2028, obviously, what will be a major year for tourism. If we take a look at the results, so far, no, 55.6% of the vote.
You know, the election isn't a done deal yet. Some of more than 1.3 million ballots cast still being counted and processed. Mario live at the ballot processing center in the City of Industry with an update. Hi, Mario.
Yeah, that's right, Roxy. These workers have been counting ballots since late last night, and that process has not stopped. We're in the City of Industry, the LA County Ballot Processing Center, and you can see there are hundreds on the floor right now. And to keep this process moving, election workers are operating in shifts here around the clock. While the polls may have closed last night, the work far from over. These workers still moving ballots through multiple steps before they can be officially counted. So let's show you how they got here. Overnight, sheriff's deputies, election workers transporting ballots from across the county to this center here in Industry, and county vans arrived throughout the night delivering ballots cast in Tuesday's primary. Those ballots include votes for LA mayor, California governor, and local races and measures across the county. Sheriff's helicopters even being used to help transport ballots to this facility where they begin a multi-step process. Now, each ballot, once inside, is tracked, verified, and processed. Mail ballots have to go through signature verification. Provisional ballots require additional review to confirm voter eligibility. And with mail ballots still able to arrive after Election Day, if they were postmarked on time, the counting process can continue for days or even, in some cases, even weeks. So we heard from one of the observers here who showed up to watch this process as it's open to the public, and here's what she told us.
I've lived in LA my whole life, and I've seen how things have gotten worse over many, many years. And I don't think that there is a fair system. I think that mail-in ballots just open the doors for a lot of corruption, a lot of fraud. And so I think it's important to observe this process to make sure it is fair.
And if we come back out here to our shot, you can see one of dozens of cameras around the facility. So she is not alone in watching this process. The county's also live streaming it. Live feeds available on the LA Vote website, so anyone can follow along in real time. And this morning, election officials tell us just over 1 million ballots have been counted. So that means hundreds of thousands more still need to be processed. And we continue to see vans pull up here, dropping off those ballots. For now, that's the latest here in the City of Industry. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you so much. I know it's been a long morning for you, Mario, and everyone else there. Our election coverage continues on foxla.com and the Fox Local app. You can see more results, reactions, live streams. Download the app today.
All right, as summer gets underway, many families are looking for ways to stay connected. And Coco McAvoy is live at the YMCA in Burbank with a look at free and affordable programs there. We're all looking to find something for the kids for this summer, right, Coco?
Absolutely, something to do. And you know what's so cool? I knew the YMCA was so important to so many communities, but I've learned even more today about how monumental it really is of an establishment and all of the things that it has to offer. So to tell us more about the fitness offerings, I am here with Silva now, who is the Healthy Living Coordinator. So tell us about the program that we're seeing right now.
Absolutely. Right now what we're seeing is, well, first of all, we are a center for community well-being, and we have our Parkinson's fitness program right now. And with the Parkinson's fitness program, they work on all the fitness components: strength, cardiovascular, and mobility and flexibility.
Yeah, and what's great is this is really community focused too, right?
Absolutely. We are a community center for well-being, and we help everyone work on their fitness of all ages. So, yeah.
And you were telling me, too, there are so many different types of fitness classes and programs that you have, right?
Absolutely. We host over 33 complimentary classes for all of our members and guests. And come check it out. We have mind-body classes, strength, mobility, and cardiovascular aerobics classes as well.
And why do you think it's so important to have these types of programs at the YMCA?
Because we are here for our community, and we want everyone to have a healthier lifestyle, and we're there to support you along the way. And I think health is important, and we cater to all levels of fitness, and come check us out, and that's all I got to say.
Yeah, check it out for sure. And Silva, we were talking about some tips for people who maybe haven't started their workout journey yet, but should start and need to get into it.
Absolutely. So to start, the best tip I can give you is you want to strength train 2 days out of the week, and 3 to 4 days you want to do your cardio exercises. But come to any of our Y centers, and we will help you get started, because we do offer personal training sessions. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Silva, for talking to us. How amazing this really is for a lot of people in the community to have access to these programs. And the great part is, too, the programs are either free or they're low cost, but they also offer financial aid as well. So that's something to check out if you're a little bit worried about, finances at this time, trying to join the Y. Like I said, financial aid, too. And there's so many options for everyone of every age as well. We showed you the kids programs, the teen program as well, called Get Summer. That's available for kids, free 12 to 18. So lots of programs for you to check out. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Coco, thank you. Okay, coming up, the money queen herself is in the Yamava Lounge. Amanda Francis from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills joins us at the desk next. Hey there, welcome back. Our plus one today is a powerhouse who has redefined what it means to build a digital empire. She's known as the Money Queen. Amanda Francis is a CEO, best-selling author who finished her first season on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
I'm best known for my best-selling book, Rich as which helps women redefine their relationship with money and manifest more into their lives, which inadvertently has given me the nickname the Money Queen.
Please welcome Amanda Francis. Hello.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
It's nice having another Amanda at the table.
That's right. We were just talking about how we are in the presence now of someone who has DM'd back and forth with Rihanna.
It's true.
What's
one
it
of my
like?
biggest accomplishments.
Yeah.
She's so sweet.
Yeah.
She's so supportive.
She is.
She's a true fan. I mean, she's up on what's happening on the Housewives for sure.
That's what we have in common with Rihanna. We are Bravo-holics.
We are Bravo-holics.
We are, truly.
Brooke and I, well, we're recovering. I'm still kind of recovering from Summer House last night a little bit.
What was it? The reunion?
Part 2.
Part 2.
Oh, okay.
The whole Wes, Amanda, Sierra.
Another Amanda.
Yeah, another Amanda.
Well, there's a Kyle and an Amanda on that show, right?
Yes,
Which
there is.
confuses people.
Right.
Like sometimes in the Bravo rhetoric on Threads, I'm like, are they talking about me?
But then you have Sally from Southern Charm getting in the mix, and then you've got it's too many overlapping.
We could write a book.
On Bravo, maybe you should.
No, there's too many of them out there so far.
Fans make a whole career out of being fans. It's really interesting.
Brooke, why are we not getting paid to be fans?
Because we don't take it that deep.
You would have to be making content, having strong opinions, like trying to break scandals about the Housewives.
Let's think about a side job after this.
Yeah.
Can you tell us your
a side hustle?
Yeah,
no
your
one's
Rose
mad at
and
that.
Thorn, because the Housewives was your side hustle. Essentially, right?
Yeah, it's not my job. But it is a job, absolutely. Yeah.
What's your Rose and Thorn from this first season? Because you didn't end it excited to go back.
No, I did not.
No, okay.
I ended it like, what was that? That was not very much fun. Why do these people do this over and over and over and over again? So I was thinking about that on the way here. Okay. So my Rose is I have this really great memory. I don't think it made the cut, but I have this great memory of me and Erica and Kyle in the back of this horse-drawn carriage going through Florence, and it's like the cobblestone and the beauty, and like we're laughing and taking a selfie. And then I'm like, Kyle, that's a great selfie, send it to me. And instead of sending it to me and Erica, she sends it to Erica and Dorit. And she was fighting, like Erica and Kyle were fighting with Dorit, and then they were sending a selfie of me and Dorit are fighting, and it was like, oh my God, it was like this funny girlhood sent the text to the wrong person moment, and I was like, okay, these are just like sometimes these are just girls.
Okay,
getting to know each other. Yeah, getting to know each other, sending a text to the wrong friend, and it was like I had a Rose moment then of like, okay, this is like cute and fun, and I'm getting to know you.
You hold your own though. And you know what I found refreshing about you is when you apologize for something, you're like, okay, yeah, I own that.
I have no problem apologizing.
Yeah, you were good about that.
It's like in my ethos. Like I apologize to my children. Like I apologize to Eddie, like my team. Like I think we all just need to like own our shit, say we're sorry, repair relationships.
That's hard for people to do.
It's hard on that show,
right?
In particular.
Apologizing to children. I feel like
they're the most important ones.
No, but you feel like you're losing authority in the process. That's like not how you should look at it, but that's the struggle. It's like you're admitting you're wrong, which is an important lesson in life.
Yeah.
But I have a hard time with it.
Well, I think I'm always thinking about my primary relationship with my children, or my relationship with my children is their primary relationship that they're going to base future relationships off of. And do I want them to think it's normal to be spoken down to or yelled at? Or if I do anything that I don't want them to think is normal in the world, I think I have to apologize, like quickly.
Speaking of apologies, we have to just say a quick apology for some unintentional foul language. Daytime television.
Did I say?
No.
I already did.
Don't go back.
We've only been live for 1 minute.
This is like
it actually works to the question. I'm
It's fine. See how easy it is.
I'm sorry, I said the F word.
No, you don't have to.
I have potty mouth, man. I didn't even know I did that. Okay. I'll work on it, guys.
You are a thought leader. And I've been hearing that a lot lately from people where they're like, we're on our podcast, we're not just booking celebrities, we're booking thought leaders. And we're hearing thought leader more and more. What do you think are certain characteristics to really classify someone as a thought leader?
Well, I think it's a weird thing to call yourself, so I don't go around saying it, but people do call me it and I appreciate it. I think it means you have a fresh perspective on something, you have a fresh take, you stand by it, and you have a whole ethos and theory for how life in the world can work. And so for me, it's like I have Bible school degrees, and then I have a bachelor's in psychology and a master's in counseling, and I've been a coach for years. So I don't think you just show up I don't think you just show up with a worldview on day one of your career and call yourself a thought leader.
And don't call yourself one. That's interesting.
Well, that would be strange. But like, people think I have a unique and interesting perspective on life and the world. Yeah, they call me that sometimes. It's a compliment.
No, it's a total compliment.
Yeah. That makes me want to ask about the money manifestation. When you say unique, because listen, it's something that many people have heard for the first time. Me. You know, and I skimmed through the power of positive thinking in college, I think, but you got a lot of criticism for that. People were questioning it. You and Bo's also with her career. She was fighting for her life on Threads and Instagram after the season.
COO though,
it was like people are,
CMO, Chief Marketing Officer.
No, she has a really impressive, interesting career.
What do you say to some of those?
So I think it was pulled out of context in a really confusing way. So I've taught on spiritual and energetic principles, applying them to money and business for years and years and years, but it's not all I've done. I have a course on parenting. I have a course for working moms. I have a lot of personal development courses, and my business courses and my money courses have elements of manifestation. Yeah, but I think it's not fair to say she teaches people to manifest money. Okay. She teaches people to improve their relationship with money, and there are elements that you could classify as manifestation. But there's neuroscience in there, you know, like there's a lot of psychology, there's spiritual. It's just not fair to say it so simply. To take someone's 15-year career and say she teaches people to manifest money by taking their money is a pretty unfair statement.
Reality TV.
Yeah, it's putting you in a box, right?
Like, even if you read the book, and the book is on money, but if you read the book, you're going to go like, oh, this is teaching people how to think about life, and we're applying it to money because everyone is hurting around money.
Yes.
Like, that's what I found. If your hook can be the thing that people need, they'll let you talk to them about how to have better self-talk, how to love themselves more. It's really about the relationship with yourself and then applied to money, you know?
And I think it's nice that you are empowering women to not apologize if they make more money than their
I don't think women should apologize for anything to do with money. Wanting it, earning it, enjoying it, needing it, stacking it. I think it's so insane that we're supposed to pretend like we don't want or need money.
Clip that sound, please. That was really good.
It's insane. Like, and that we've made it a moral thing, that you're less moral if you admit that you need and want money. And like, what? Like, this is human. None of us can survive without money. So I think it's insane for women to put that on other women, that money can't be one of our motivators. It should be one of our motivators. Would any of y'all be sitting here if they didn't pay you? Like, you would do this for free? You would get it for money. It's just okay to want money.
Yeah.
And to make it.
But again, going back to the apologies, that was one thing you apologized for. Because, you know, couples, the number one thing couples fight about
is money.
That's
the number one thing people get divorced over.
I also, I wasn't mad at what you said when it comes with your husband about, like, I make more in a month than you do in a year.
Yeah. I wish it had more context, because in those conversations I was also saying he's such a good dad.
Of course.
He supports me.
Was that not included?
No.
You didn't always see the full context of what we were talking about.
Just the hot point.
Right.
Yeah, I'm proud that I bought the house. I'm proud of how much money I make, but like, he also has a business.
Yes,
he's also a man that I can trust to get all 4 kids in bed on his own and feed them dinner and give them if I have something going on. Like, a lot of women who choose a dynamic where the man earns and they don't, like, the man doesn't do much else. I'm not interested in that life at all. And so we both work and we both parent, and I make more, and who cares?
And he's not emasculated by that fact, because I think we're taught as women that, okay, if the man doesn't make more, it's going to emasculate him.
But he's such a man.
Yeah.
Have you seen him? He is 6'5" and hot, and he knows that he is a man. Yeah. And we actually have a podcast coming out today because he
congrats.
Thank you. He wanted to do an interview. So he was telling me, I want to tell people that where my masculinity comes from. I want to tell people that it doesn't come from money. It comes from the legacy of my family. And he's telling me all these things he feels about being a man. I was like, do you want to go on my podcast and say that? And he was like, no, but I would go on a podcast and say that. So I was like, let me be your publicist. Let's go do an interview. So we did. But he got to sit there and explain what manhood is to him, and it felt very healthy as he explained it. And he does make money. Like,
yeah.
Like, in our daily life, we're not comparing.
You're not comparing.
Like, I pay the mortgage, he pays some of the bills, but he would never let me pay for like a date.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's still a freaking man.
We apologize for that.
I apologize, Los Angeles.
No, I want to ask you
delay button for you now.
Yeah, yeah. Can we do something? Can you beep that?
She's a thought leader. You need to be ahead of her thoughts.
Thought leader.
I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, I want to ask you something else about the reunion, because it's something that I feel like happens often. There's a conversation, somebody says, I didn't say that, you misunderstood, and then they air the clip where they did say it, but it doesn't get discussed because it's not clear that you all are seeing it in that moment. So when you
so you get the person saying like, oh, I said it.
Oh, whoa, I did say that.
Oh, is it validating when you see it at home?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I have to tell you, it was so good for like my self-trust because, okay, until you're on a reality show, you just go through life thinking you're remembering everything correctly. And then you're on a reality show and you're like, I didn't talk bad about Dorit at Kathy's. I know I didn't, but everyone's saying you did. And so you're like, am I crazy? Did I forget something? Like, did I say something horrible and not remember? I go through half the season thinking I forgot what I said, and that's a horrible feeling, right?
Yeah, I feel like that every day. Like you feel like you're crazy.
I felt crazy.
Yeah.
There were moments where I felt absolutely crazy, and then we get to the reunion, and I was like, no, I was right about the Dorit thing. I'm just gonna stand by how I remember everything. So I go through the reunion. I'm pretty sure you said that. I think you said it like this. And there was one with Rachel and two with Bose, and it was the way I remembered it. And I was like, you know, you gotta trust yourself. You gotta trust how you, even if you don't remember the exact words, trust how you felt in your experience with the person.
Totally.
I think that's just true in life, but on Housewives, there's cameras there. So what if you remembered it wrong, you know? But I didn't remember it wrong in any of these, right?
No, you remember that TV show, The Affair, on Showtime?
Yes.
Each half hour is a different perspective. That blew my mind.
I like that, actually.
Maybe I don't.
Perspective is not always reality, right? This is true, and our truth is not the absolute truth. These are all true things, but I did remember it pretty freaking.
So you're like this.
I'm just like, thank God for trusting yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
and for receipts.
Yeah. But like, it's just a different environment than anything else you do in life. So you get there and you're like, what? You know?
What was I thinking? I imagine every day. Okay, I think we're gonna take a break. Are we coming back?
We are. Do you want to curse one more time before?
Why?
I'm just kidding.
We get one freebie per segment. Commercial break. I can say it one time. I will.
We're gonna come back.
Could you imagine say two get one free?
Oh no.